Natalie. My name is Kathleen Good. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
To Life Support. Please sit down. Make yourself comfortable. And how are you today?
I'm okay, thanks. How are you?
Good. I'm alright, thank you. Well, first of all, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Kathleen Good, and I work for Life Support's Counselling Group. Now, Life Support's Counselling Group is a group of counsellors and psychologists who work with individuals, especially people that are going through drug problems and people who go through drug problems who've got partners been going through drug problems. So, I will be managing your case. Please let me know of any problems or issues you had before. Is there anything that you would like to discuss with me before we start?
So I'm here today because I'm 30 years old and I am married to a man named James, who is a recovering heroin addict. He's been on heroin most of his life, and I'm getting to the point now where I'm struggling to fulfill my dreams in my life because of his problems. But I do really love the man. So I'm just at a stage in my life where I need to start thinking, am I going to put myself first, or am I going to continue to pamper to his needs forever? So that is why I'm here today.
Beautiful, beautiful start. But before we start that, Natalie, I need to just first of all discuss a few of the rules, the regulations that comply with confidentiality issues. So whatever you're telling me today might not, but it might have to go further. And a few of the details that you've discussed with me might have to be discussed with my supervisors. And at a worst scenario, it has to go to court. Are you able to accept those conditions?
Yes.
All right. Beautiful. Now, how long have you known James for? That is a very important question I need to ask you.
Okay, so
because you are 30 years old.
Yep, so I've known James for about 20 years now. I met him when I was 14 years old. We were high school sweethearts and we've been in love ever since.
That's a very long time, Natalie. It's great work, and I'm very proud of you supporting him and understanding him, but it must have taken a lot out of you. These 20 years must have taken a lot out of you. Putting James aside out of our counselling session right now, it's all about you.
Yeah.
Right. So, what is your greatest fear in the future with James?
My greatest fear is that he is never going to really truly give up the drugs. That our life is forever going to revolve around this. A part of me thought that, I've always had it in the back of my mind that eventually it's going to go away and eventually he's going to get through this and eventually it's going to get better. But with every relapse and every almost accidental overdose, through everything that I go through, it's starting to make me wonder where my future is. And, I'm 30 years old and I haven't even had children yet. So that is one of my greatest fears as well. But I can't have children to a man who's in the situation that he's in at the moment, where he's going to put drugs before anything and anyone else.
Beautiful. Yes. So now, let's focus on the positive a little bit, because you love the man. I do know that you wouldn't have been with him that long if you didn't love him. Now, out of 1 out of 5, how successful was the rehab treatment before? How would you scale it out of 1 out of 5? So 1 being the worst and 5 being the best.
I would say about a 4, because he has actually almost gotten there these last couple of times, but then of course he did relapse. But he went months without it, which is a big thing. I mean, I never would have thought I would have seen that day. So for me, it would be about a 4. But
beautiful, yes. Now, when James did quit heroin, how did this affect your relationship in a positive way?
So he had more time for me. We spent, had a lot more time for each other. He we had more sex because he actually started getting his libido back after being on heroin for so long. Yeah, so it was good.
That's about a 4. You give
Yeah.
it about a 4 out of
Yeah.
5, which is fantastic, yes. Now to reframe, Natalie, you have been so good at supporting James at this point. What about you? What are your needs? What do you feel you have? Do you feel you've lost some years of your life?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And now, if you can give me 3 goals that you would like at this point in time to achieve within the next 5 years, what would they be?
Number 1 on my list would be have children. Like I said before, you know, I'm getting to that age where I might not be able to have children one day. Number 2 would be to further my career as a sales manager. And buy a house.
Beautiful.
Raise a family.
Those are really, really good goals. And I think they're quite achievable,
Yeah.
Natalie. You just got to take it easy and you've got to take little steps at a time. Now, we've identified 3 goals that you would like to achieve. And how do you feel at this point in time? Because you've confided in me, you've told me a lot of things that you wouldn't normally tell people. Do you feel okay to carry on the rest of the day?
Yes.
Do you need some support? Do you need maybe my number so you can call me in case you've got issues, or any other?
Well, yes, that'd be
Number?
nice if I could just have, you know, someone that I could contact, obviously between business hours, but yes.
But do you feel quite strong in yourself that you are able to do this?
Yes, I do think that I can.
And would you like to carry on
Yes, I would like
working
to carry
with
on.
me as a counsellor
Yes.
and with Life Support as a company?
Yes, definitely.
Well, this is the end of our session, Natalie, and I'm very thankful that you came in and saw me, and I think this is the start of a whole new life for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
All
You've been very supportive.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week then.
Okay.
I've counselled in for 2 weeks' time, or
Yep.
do you want a week's time, or
2 weeks is perfect.
2 weeks? Yeah. Think about it all. Print out all your goals. Put them next to somewhere where you can see them every day, and we'll discuss that in the next issue.
Okay, great.
See you later.
Thank you.
Thank you, Natalie.